very good afternoon. It's exactly 12 midday and welcome to Baina Midday News. Coming to you live from our studio here at Benam House, Atomic Junction, Medina. I'm Khadija Tukubra Kailani. Coming up in today's headlines, over 6,000 nurses have left Ghana since August 2023. This is by the Ghana Registered Nurse and Midwifery Association. Also, be transparent about available power to ECG, IES to Greco. And Pediatric Society condemns Bobu Wolome's marriage to 12-year-old girl. Remember, this news is also live on Facebook and YouTube at Baina TV. Stay with us for details of the stories. Thank you for staying with us. Now starting off with some sad story from the central region. A tragic incident unfolded in Goma Budumbram, where a pregnant woman lost her life and her 2-year-old son in critical condition following a house demolition during a mass eviction exercise. The victim, identified only as Sewa, tragically succumbed to her injuries after being rushed to St. Gregory Hospital, while her son fights for survival at the same facility.
Eyewitness reported that Sewa was asleep in her room when the demolition commenced, catching her and her family off guard. The mass eviction exercise was initiated by the traditional authorities at Gomofete, who oversee the land, about a month ago after the government returned the Goma Budumbram lands to them. These lands were initially allocated to Liberian refugees during the Liberian War for Resettlement. Stephen Jamera, the landlord of the demolished house, expressed shock at the incident, noting that other residents were unaware of Sewa's presence in her room during the demolition. Other residents said the demolition had been ongoing for over a month, leaving thousands of citizens and Liberian refugees homeless, including women and children. Despite the widespread displacement, there has been no official statement from government authorities regarding the situation.
Away from that, the president of the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association, by name Ms. Perpetua Ofori Ampofo, has disclosed that approximately 6,000 nurses have left Ghana to seek better opportunities since August 2023. In an interview with the media on Sunday, March 31, Ms. Ofori Ampofo stated that they have been collating the number of nurses who left Ghana from August last year till date, and it's about 6,000 nurses.
Mrs. Ofori Ampofo, speaking on the exodus of nurses from the country, emphasized the necessity for improved service conditions for healthcare professionals to ensure they perform their duties as expected, regardless of their location. Mrs. Ofori Ampofo also highlighted the need for enhancements in the healthcare sector to curb the brain drain, stating that it requires more than just the provision of drain. She said when they had to send student trainees to these rural areas, one will see first-hand trouble the people have to go through just to provide service or live in such areas. And it hasn't changed over the years. It is still the same. Lastly, she said the health sector needs more improvement than just drones. She said they need to improve and ensure that the equipment and medications they need are always available and storage systems are available. She added that if those are available, it will ensure that those medications are at the right temperatures and the blood are at the right place. With that, they won't need a drone to deliver it from somewhere else.
Meanwhile, the Pediatric Society of Ghana has condemned the marriage ceremony between a 63-year-old Ga priest and a 12-year-old girl. Nomo Bokate Lawe, the 33, the Bomowu Wolome, faced backlash when a video of him marrying a 12-year-old girl surfaced online.
The traditional marriage ceremony, which drew a crowd, occurred on Saturday, March 30th, 2024 in Nungwa. Gbobu Wulome defended himself by stating that the girl would not be expected to fulfill marital duties. In a statement dated April 1st, 2024, Pediatric Society of Ghana noted that the Pediatric Society of Ghana has observed with great distress the discourse on various media platforms on a report of a child marriage in Accra. The PSG strongly condemns any act or perception or facilitation of child marriage. On the right to refuse betrothal and marriage, the Children's Act 1998 states, "No person shall force a child less than 18 years to be betrothed, to be the subject of a dowry transaction, or to be married." PSG, Pediatric Society of Ghana, bemoaned the practice of child marriage by influential leaders in the community, stating that it has tendency to embolden certain deviant behaviors, pedophilia, the perceived acceptance of child marriages, and the open, brazen approval or defense of the practice by influential leaders of a community have the potential to embolden certain deviant behaviors like pedophilia. Child marriages are dangerous, both real and so-called arranged informal unions where the child is supposedly a symbolic wife and not expected to perform any marital duties, including conjugal duties, are dangerous. The preventable damage to the child's development, reproductive and mental health, and education can be irreversible and generational. PSG is Pediatric Society Ghana. PSG called for strong national commitment by politicians and traditional leaders in curbing child marriage.
In other stories, the Institute for Energy Security has urged the Ghana Grid Company Limited to communicate openly about the current state of the power sector. The IES also wants Gridco to provide the Electricity Company of Ghana with a clear estimate of the power supply that can be guaranteed within a specific period.
According to the institution, an information is vital for the ECG to plan its load response with a timetable. The IES added in a statement signed and issued by its executive director, Nana Amoase, the 7th on April 1st. It also wants Gridco to provide the Electricity Company of Ghana with a clear estimate of the power supply that can be guaranteed within a specific period. The IES emphasized that ECG should focus on managing its load based on the power supply from Gridco and effectively collecting revenue to demonstrate full cost recovery. The Institute of Energy Security added that the Public Utility and Regulatory Commission (PURC) must look beyond the ECG to audit the upstream segment of the power subsector, particularly the Gridco, and export sales by the Volta River Authority (VRA).
Now in politics, the Member of Parliament for Abetifi constituency, Brian Acheampong, has reiterated a statement made last year that the National Democratic Congress would not win the 2024 general elections. He stated that the New Patriotic Party will therefore not transfer power to the New Democratic Congress.
Brian Acheampong said whether the NDC likes it or not, they will never win the December 7th polls, and therefore the NPP will not hand over power to them. Mr. Acheampong, who also served as the Minister of Agriculture, made these remarks following a unity walk organized by the party to mark this year's Kwewu Easter celebration in Mprayaso, Kwewu South Municipality in the Eastern Region. The unity walk was part of the NPP's activities to observe this year's Kwewu Easter festivities. According to the Abetifi MP, the NDC will never emerge victorious in the December 7th polls, regardless of their desires. He questioned why a party that cannot win elections would seek power at all costs. Mr. Acheampong pointed out that when he made similar statements last year, Ghana was facing economic challenges, including difficulties for contractors to execute projects like Agenda 111 due to economic strains caused by factors like COVID-19 and Russia-Ukraine war. Despite these challenges, Mr. Acheampong asserted that the NPP had implemented stringent to revive the economy, leading to positive results such as a drop in the dollar rate and improvement in inflation rates.
NDC Pro, Omupo, 2024, I'm winning that time I make that no. Magana you are na who yan. Na every abo ayati. Food inflation and 61%. Inflation and 55%. Cement, ECOSO, iron work, ECOSO, contractor for Sunday iron and 40. Now what I do my after the $1 dollar and 19. The beer board ECOSO iron and 1 trillion. Inflation and 61% and now 23%. And now inflation, food inflation around 61%, and now 27%. And then dollar, and then 19, and then 13. And now IMF is just a Monaco, and then Prayasu, and 200 the bank of Tamaguana. And then one year, and now I'm not for a year. Now every December, not active. Now we are not very active. Now you are for us to do Ghana. Now who are we are not what NPP.
Sports. Abdul Fattah Ishaku flew his mother to England to watch him play for Leicester City in their English Championship clash against Norwich City. The 20-year-old starred as the forces recovered from a series of defeats to beat Norwich City on Easter Monday.
Ishaku lasted 88 minutes and was replaced by James Justin in a game the hosts dominated at the King Power Stadium. Fattah's mother, Hajia Maria, was spotted chanting the winger's name as fans of Leicester City sang his praises following an outstanding performance. The former Dreams FC midfielder is currently on loan at the English outfit with Leicester, having the option of making the deal a permanent one. Meanwhile, in an exciting game, the visitors opened the scoring through Gabriel Sara in the 20th minute, but the hosts responded 13th minute later through Kenan Dewsbury Hall. Leicester took the lead after the break following an exquisite finish from Stevie Mavadidi before veteran forward Jamie Vardy sealed victory in stoppage time.
He can keep his feet, he can, comes across the body, and that wraps it up. Jamie Vardy.
This is what we have for you on our midday news. For more stories, log on to our website www.bainamultimedia.com. I'm Khadija Tukubra Keilani. Have a good afternoon.